Today we're going to be making potentially the most overpowered mob spawner here on the server to increase our passive income and see how much we can make, you know, just while we're AFKing, because we got money sources coming in left, right, and center, but we don't really have an AFK one. So let's see if we can do that today. Yes, hello everybody, and welcome back into a brand new episode of Skyblock. Today, of course, we're back here on AkumaMC, the best, most overpowered, and most insane Skyblock server. Today, guys, we are going to finally be building our mob spawner that is going to carry us money-wise, hopefully from where we're at, all the way to the top of Baltop. That's kind of the plan for today, guys, and that is exactly what we're going to be doing. Now, it's very important that if you guys have played Skyblock before, but maybe you haven't played this Akuma one yet, that you pay attention to today's video, because it's going to be a lot different to how you guys would traditionally set up a spawner, because there's a lot of things that you need and a lot of things that you don't need that you would in a normal spawner. Now, guys, to say thank you for all the support that you guys have given me over the last couple episodes, I, of course, want to do a giveaway today. Now, today's giveaway is going to be for clusters. However, as you guys can see, these expire in 5 minutes, and I can 5 hours, and I can imagine that brand new ones are going to come into the store. So whatever cluster is in the store at the time that this giveaway is picked, I will be giving away to you guys. We're going to give away 4 of them to one lucky person. That's like a $60 package right there. So if you guys want to win with a chance of winning that, all you need to do, like this video right now. Just scroll down, just hit that little like button. Make sure you have subscribed to the channel. Comment your username down in the comment section. Then join up in my Discord and press the enter button in the giveaways channel. As long as you've done that, then you will be good to go. So yes, guys, today we are focusing on that mob spawner, and as you guys will probably know, the best mob spawners here on the server right now are iron golem spawners and villager spawners. Now, we do have a lot of these already saved up and ready to go, but what we don't have is an actual place to make the spawner. Now, of course, we do have the IS warp spawner, which is the one that's kind of just automatically going right now. Now, this thing is really only for collecting gems. Like, I don't manually grind this spawner at all. It's literally only for gems. Now, I thought what the smart idea would actually be would be to go ahead and make a spawner right next to this, because if I'm AFKing this one, theoretically it should AFK the one next to it as well. So that was kind of my thought process. I don't want to do it in the same chunk because it means we're going to end up with a big freaking mess, basically. Now, the good thing about how spawners work on here, guys, is we don't really have to make anything crazily insane here. Like, we can actually do a very simple spawner that doesn't really look amazing, but it's going to be effective, and that's kind of my favorite part here. Obviously, we will eventually make it look very nice, but for right now, for today's purpose, we are just going to build a spawner and the absolute most basic way that we can build it, because it's not going to affect its ability to be a spawner or be an effective spawner just by changing the way it looks. Now, obviously, like I say, I do want everything to look nice here on the island, so eventually we will get myself and the creative team, if you will, to go ahead and you know, make these spawners look better. But today we are doing it simply just for effect and for it to actually have results. Like, we don't need a nice looking spawner here. So the good thing about the spawners, or the way that this one is going to work right here, is that it's literally going to do everything for me. As long as we are near the spawner and we're AFKing it, then this is going to essentially make us money. Now, what I might do in the future, once we have our entire spawn area built, I might actually go ahead and just build a spawner directly below that, because that will mean that it's essentially always being AFK'd. So, like, obviously right now this is in a very corner of my island. There's nothing really around here. No one really spends time over here unless they're purposefully AFKing the spawners. However, if I had it at like the island spawn, for example, then like it would be automatically being AFK'd without us even having to try to AFK it. So that's kind of where my thought process is with that. Now, let me fill this up here, and it's going to be very simple on how we do this spawner. Now, all we're going to need is an auto cell chest and a chunk hopper. So let's go find the best of which we have. Also, while we're here, I guess we should open up, I'm not going to bother with cloud keys, because I feel like cloud keys don't really, like, they give you some good stuff, but there's so many of them to open. So I'm actually going to open everything that we have that aren't cloud keys right now, Tempest keys and storm keys, because those are pretty good, just because we might also get some chunk hoppers that we want right here. So let's see if we can go ahead and do that. Let's open these up, /keys. There we go, into here, boom. We can add those in there as well. Let's close it out nice and quick. Do we get? Yes. Okay, that's exactly what I was actually looking for right there. Blaze spawners we don't really need. Take the block tickets, of course. Sell ones we don't really need. Those are kind of useless to us right now. We don't, yeah, I don't feel like we're ever really going to need those. Dungeon keys we don't need right now, but we probably will in the future. So we're going to wait for those right now. And then I'm going to pick up, oh, is that robots? Oh, 2 more mining robots. That was actually huge right there. I didn't even see those to begin with. Yeah, that's definitely huge. We definitely want to be placing those immediately, because those are going to be effective to us. Let's rotate. Let's link it to the chest down here. That is a nice little thing. Now, I really didn't actually want to do that, so I'm going to cancel that, I think, because The reason is I need to use this for a challenge, which we haven't yet unlocked. So I do need to do that at some point, and I will do it. But right now is not the time because I don't want to ruin that. That's fine, though. We don't need these immediately. They're not going to do anything crazy in the time that I need. All right, so the setup's going to be very, very simple. We're going to take one auto sell chest. We're literally going to plop it in the corner right there. And the one thing which you can do, because they brought it out in an update, is you can go into this. You can buy a regular chest. We can actually make this now into a double sell chest. So that will now extend that whole thing, and we'll be good to go. I just realized that I linked that to my robot. That's not what I wanted to do, but I mean, it's not the end of the world, I guess. And then we're going to go ahead and we're actually going to take a chunk hopper here. Now, this might work and it might not. It should do. I'm actually going to place 2 chunk hoppers so that essentially, if it lets me... Oh, you can't. Okay, you can't place 2. I was hoping that you could, but this should now hopefully work immediately. Like, we literally don't have to do really anything else. So let's go ahead and find out where all of our spawners are. There should be some of these chests over here. We should have a good few of them. We got 4 iron golems right here. We're only going to be doing iron golem and villager today because that's kind of the purpose of this spawner. And you guys will see why here in just a moment. I feel like I had more than this. Maybe there's some in this chest right here. Let's take a look. Do we have any? We got 5 in there. That's perfect. I think I do have a villager one somewhere. I just got to find out where. Oh, I found an extra IG in there. I feel like, yeah, my PVs are a little bit of a mess right now, but yeah, there we go. There's one villager. Do we have any more iron golems in here? I don't think so. All right, yeah, I don't think we have any more. So the one thing that we are going to need here today is one of these things right here, a fire scroll, okay? Now, these can actually be purchased from the shop, I believe. In the gem shop, you can buy a fire scroll. They're 5,000 gems, but we've got a couple laying around, and what you can actually do is, for example, we have these cow spawners right here. I believe I can take it out of there. Yeah, so we now have that fire scroll right there, and what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to mine up these cow spawners because otherwise they're just going to spawn random cows everywhere and we don't really want that. So I've got the 2 fire scrolls. Let's go back over here. It is going to be this simple, ladies and gentlemen. I'm simply going to build up into the air here just for courtesy's sake so that we don't have a random like stuff on my island. I'm going to go ahead and place 1 iron golem spawner. We're going to open it immediately and then we're going to put in the fire scroll in there. Now, in theory, if everything is working as it should, that should literally drop them. They should die and they should immediately, the loot should go into there. And that should be it. That should be literally all we have to do for the spawners here. Now, what I am going to do is I'm going to add the villagers onto a separate one. You don't really need to do this, but I want to kind of keep the rows of the type of spawner that they are. So I'm going to add this villager one right here. I'm going to right click that. I'm going to add the fire scroll to that one as well. And theoretically, as soon as these drop and die, it should just immediately go into here. And it looks like it is. We've already made $1,000 just from that going right there. Let's just double check and make sure that this is going to be the case. And what I want to also see is if I stand right here, is it going to AFK that spawner over there? Because this is where my current AFK spot is set. And if this doesn't work and you do have to be exactly in the chunk, which it looks like you might have to be, then what we can do, I think, is if I were to extend this AFK section out to the middle of the chunk, I think if I stand right here, it should AFK both of them. Hopefully, that's kind of the hope. Let's see if that's going to be reality. Let's wait and see whether either of these spawn. It might be too high up in the air for me to reach the AFK right here. Let's try and go up a couple blocks here and see whether this is going to make a difference or not. If not, we might just have to bring them forward a little bit. Maybe they're out of like reach that way. Let's try and go forward a couple blocks here and see where they actually start to activate. Because okay, right there it started to activate. Okay, yeah, I mean, is that one's still spawning as well. So let's actually just go back here. Let's make an AFK spot that's literally right in the middle. This right here should be an AFK spot, I believe. I find it weird that the IGs do spawn now. So yeah, I'm just going to sit, I think, right here in the middle of the blocks, and it should AFK both of these farms. Let's just double check that theory. It looks like that theory is pretty flawless to me. The villagers are spawning, the IGs are spawning, the blazers. Okay, this is the ideal AFK spot right here for both of these spawners. That is huge. So of course, now we all like really need to do is just get more spawners. Like we have the fire scrolls on them, we have everything else on them. What I'm also going to do is I'm going to apply this loot scroll here into here. Now you can upgrade the scrolls using slash scrolls. I have never done this yet, so I want to kind of see what this is about. I actually might take the loot scroll out of here and just see what we can upgrade this with. Let's chuck that in there. How much does it cost? Okay, so it's gems to upgrade it. That's an interesting thing to note. We have a lot of use for gems right now. Gems are kind of being used in everything we do. So I'm not going to use it for there right now, only because, yeah, I feel like we have better uses for that. However, I will go ahead and purchase out some iron golem spawners. I'm actually just going to double check on the AH to see if anyone is selling them any cheaper than they already are. 50k gems for a stack right here. That's almost almost a very, very good deal. It's good to know that people are selling them way, way lower though than the store price, because I see ones right here for 105 mil for 64 of them, which is of course way lower than we would ever be able to buy them from the store. I'm wondering if I can sell something to get up to that amount, because that's a good amount of money and I kind of need that. Someone is buying a stack of block tickets for like 36 mil. I'm gonna go ahead and actually sell some of the block tickets for the island right here. Now obviously we were trying to work on getting IS top and all that lot, but this is actually gonna help us more, I feel like, than like opening these. So let's just do that real quick. Someone is buying keys block tickets. Let's see. Someone said selling. Okay, yeah, I'll buy that in a minute here. This dude, slow power. All right, it says 38.4 million, which is actually conveniently virtually exactly what we need. So let's do the trade with him now. Oh, we might actually need like an extra 5 mil. I mean, we do have that chest that we could do. Let's trade this guy right now, and hopefully we can get this done. This is yeah, this is a good trade, I feel like. We want the block tickets, we want to get our island value up, but at the same time, those IG spawners are going to help me out a lot more. So let's go ahead and do that. 38.4 mil, there we go. This will leave me, I think, about 5 mil short or so, or 4 mil short. There we go. Thank you. Appreciate that. Thank you very much, sir. So we could just go and claim. I'm just going to go claim this auto sell chest. Like, this is, it's money literally ready and waiting for us. So we'll do it. There we go. 106 mil. So now we can go on the AH and we can buy that stack of iron golem spawners right here. 105 mil. Perfect. Now this should be game changing here. We should actually make our money back pretty fast off this IGs, I think. Just based on everything, I believe they all die. Does the entire stack die when they burn? I think it does, right? Yes, it does. Okay, that's actually incredible news. That's something which I didn't know, but I'm now glad to know. So there we go. That is our first stack of iron golems completed. I'm going to go ahead and place these ones on the bottom, but we do actually need to buy another fire scroll. So I'm just going to buy... actually, we'll see if there's one on the AH maybe. For we don't really have any money. I'm just gonna buy it straight from the gem shop right here. May as well. It's 5,000 gems. It's not the end of the world. There we go. Let's buy that. Let's chuck that in there. Let's go into this spawner. Add that in there. Perfect. All right, that should now be good. So we have a stack and a little bit of IGs now. These should spawn. Do they spawn? Okay, they spawn in separate stacks. But as you guys can see, we've literally already made 36k of that money back already. So that is absolutely huge for us. I felt, why they only drop? Oh, okay, never mind. I thought they were only dropping 10 iron golems per time. I was getting kind of scared for a second. I was like, well, what about the whole stack of spawners we have up there? But no, it is dropping those as well. Yeah, I guess we do have to be kind of close for them to activate. So I guess, yeah, this will be my AFK spot right here. 74 golems there. That's weird. It like dropped. Oh, yeah, I don't know. That's very strange, actually. Sometimes it drops more, sometimes it doesn't. I don't know. But we're going to make our money back very, very quickly there. That is good to know. And this is as simple as it takes, guys, to get an OP spawner going. This is going to be an insane spawner. This is literally all we needed this whole time. All right, so what we're going to do to end off the episode right now is actually go ahead and redeem all the rest of the block tickets. I'm going to leave one stack just in case we find a need to like sell another stack or whatever. You know, I feel like it'd be a good idea to save that. So we're going to open up the rest of these block tickets though, and then apply all of that and see what my island value goes up to, because I'm keen to learn about it. I'm keen to see exactly where we're going to end up after we like apply all these block tickets. We should, I think, maybe like 2.5 mil. Maybe that's pushing it a little bit. Maybe it won't be quite as much as that, but it should be a good amount. It should be a good amount. This was a good few stacks here of block tickets, so you never know. That's what I'm kind of hoping for, but yeah, in reality, probably going to be a lot lower than that. We'll see. We'll see. Let's open up these last couple here. Now we can go IS warp. What is it called? BV, I think, for block value. Yes. Let's get these gold blocks in here. Let's get these diamond blocks in here. Let's get these emerald blocks. We only got a couple of hay bales there. That was really bad luck on the hay bales, kind of. But we got a lot of beacons as well. So let's see what our island value jumps up to. By the way, we're now actually top 100 on the IS top, and it did in fact jump to 2.4 mil, so it was nearly what I said. In fact, if we'd applied that last stack, it probably would have been 2.5 mil. So yeah, honestly, really, really good progress. We'll take that. Yeah, I'm glad we're within the top 100 islands. That was kind of a little kind of target of mine. I know we're not competing for the big leagues, but you know, being top 100 is still pretty good. We'll take it. Now that we've done this, I guess we can just link this guy to a chest, because we already opened the one that I didn't want to sell, so we might as well do it. And that'll probably, like, it'll recuperate. Like 5 mil isn't too much. We can get that money back, no problem. That's not what I meant to do. Let's rotate him. Let's link him again, and then we'll have it ready to go. So what I'm actually going to do with these is I am going to upgrade them. We're going to upgrade to level. We may as well go all the way. Let's go level 5 on all of these because they are going to make us a lot of gems anyway. So we might as well make them the best they can possibly be. There we go. And yeah, I'm glad that we started our second side of those. Actually, that's definitely good news. These grinding robots actually make so many gems though in comparison to the mining ones. I feel like they make gems way quicker, so that's always good to know as well. But yes, this is the real money maker. This was the focus of today, and I'm glad that we finally done it. Over the past couple, or over the next couple episodes, I'm going to be you know, picking up a lot more iron golem spawners and seeing what we can do with that. Now villagers obviously would be good as well, but they're so expensive. I don't think anyone sells like second-hand villagers because everyone's kind of moving on to villagers, so that's why the iron golems are so cheap to buy off of other people. To be honest, they're not even like that much cheaper off people of the age, but like you do save, I don't know, it's like 100k per spawner, and I mean, I'll take it saving 100k per spawner if I can do it, you know. Yes guys, that is the OP spawner. You guys need to do this to all yours. Make sure that when you make these spawners, you do go ahead and purchase the fire scrolls, because they're honestly what make the difference here. We'll look a little bit more into scrolls and upgrading them here in probably a future episode, but for today, that is going to be it. Guys, hopefully you have enjoyed this video. If you have, make sure you do smash that like button for me. If you're not already subscribed, make sure you do that as well. That'd be much appreciated. And I will see you all in the next episode of Skyblock here on AkumaMC.